Hello, 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 BW. This is your girl, Fee. Just wanted to check in with you all. And so, as you see, as the title of this message is check in time. And so, that's exactly what I want my girls to do. I want you all to check in with me and let me know how your BW, Better Woman, Better Wife journey is going. Now, in January, we set out with some goals. We set out with some dreams and some aspirations. This was in January of 2020. And then a pandemic hit. And even though this pandemic is horrible, it has still given us a time. See, God moves in mysterious ways. You know, people look at it as a very bad thing, and it is a bad thing. Don't get me wrong. But it has also given the world time to stop. And in that time of pause, we can take advantage of the opportunity to do some of those things that we've always wanted to do, like start our own business, to go back to school, and to do all of those various things that we set out to do. But before the pandemic, we start off with our Better Woman, Better Wife journey in January 2020. And I asked you all, the ones of you who wanted to participate in the 2020 journey, to get some journals. And let's just write down some things that we know that we needed to improve on, some things that we wanted to do and to get better at, or some things that we even wanted to start with some of the things I asked you to write in the journal. And then I also asked you to write down plans. How are we going to go about accomplishing those plans? And then to get busy doing it. God has given us so many talents. And for all of us, every lady in this group, God has a purpose and a plan for our life. We just have to get busy doing it. For some of us, our goals were relationship goals. And even in our marriages, God wants us to prosper, not just in business, not just in finances, but even in our marriages, in our relationship. God tells us he wants us to prosper and be in health. And when he tells us that he wants us to prosper, that means in every area of your life. That's why, even though this is a marriage circle, when I talk about prospering, when I talk about bettering ourselves, it's not just in your relationship. I'm talking about in every single area of your life, your health, your finances, your mental state, your emotional state, your physical state. In every area, God wants us to prosper. And so, again, January 2020, we set out with our Better Woman, Better Wife plan, okay? In check-in time, we are at the halfway point, ladies. Do you realize it's July of 2020? So we have reached our halfway mark. And so in this halfway mark, this is what I want for you to do for me this weekend. I want you to sit down, to reflect, and to evaluate the situation of just where you are in your Better Woman, Better Wife journey. For some of us, it's not even about reevaluating. For some of us, we have to readjust some things. And what I mean by that, maybe I can use this example. Even though I'm the CEO and founder of the Better Woman, Better Wife, I'm also a nurse. Most of you know that I'm a nurse. And with nurses in the nursing world, we have what we call a nursing process. And let me tell you how this process works. You have to, first of all, in this process, the first step is you have to assess your client, assess the situation, assess the environment. So the first step is assessment, okay? Then after we assess, we come up with what we call a nursing diagnosis. For us, for the world, it's just what's the problem? What the problem is, okay? What's the problem? Okay, and so your problem may be my marriage is in a rut, okay? So I've assessed the situation. I've looked at A, B, C, and D, and I've come up with the diagnosis that my marriage is in a rut. My health is in a rut. My finances is in a rut. So that may be your problem. And then after we assess, we come up with the diagnosis. And then our third step of the process is then we have to come up with the game plan. We call it simply planning and nursing. But for in the Better Woman group, we call it game plan. We have to come up with the game plan because we don't want to stay on the same track that we're on. We want to change directions and get this thing right. So we come up with the game plan. And that's the third step of the nursing process. Then once we come up with the plan, that's not enough. So the fourth step of the nursing process is we have to implement some interventions. If I go in and I got a client and his blood pressure is 208/106, he about to stroke out. Okay, so I have to intervene, perhaps get some medications, call a physician, get some medications. And so that's my interventions, to get this man some meds or get this lady some meds. And so it works the same way on our Better Woman, Better Wife journey. We have to come up with interventions. What can I do to turn my marriage around? What can I do to get my finances right? What can I do to get my health right? What can I do to get my relationships right? And sometimes the relationships is not even with a boyfriend or with a spouse. Sometimes it may be with a sibling. Okay. For me, one of my in my journey, one of the things I wanted to do is improve my relationship with my siblings. A lot of y'all already know the situation. Those of you who close to me know me and my brothers and sisters, we weren't as tight like we should be. A lot of things transpired after my mom died. And so one of the things was to get that reconnection with my siblings. So sometimes it may be a relationship other than your spouse or your boyfriend. And so once you do the interventions, then you come to the last step of the process, which is where we should be in January. Anytime in the nursing milieu that you implement, you have to go back and reassess to see if what you did worked. So say for instance, I give a client blood pressure medicine. I just can't give him medicine. I have to come back 30 minutes later, hour later, and check to see if their blood pressure has went down. That's what you call reassessing a patient. That means I assessed the problem, I assessed the situation, came up with the problem, I planned on what I was going to do, I implemented that plan or executed that plan, and now I'm back to reassess to see if my client is better. So that's what we should be doing at this halfway mark. We should be reassessing. This is what I started off doing in January. Where am I in July? I'm at the halfway because I don't want to wait all the way to December. Because that's when we're going to be evaluating the outcomes. Did I meet my outcome? Okay. So we don't want to wait till December to do that, because we want to stop now at the halfway point. Because if we are not headed in the right direction, maybe we need to readjust. Maybe your thing was, I'm not going to be shopping on Amazon, and you still shopping on Amazon and your finances still ain't right. So maybe your plan was, I was just going to stop shopping. Maybe that's not working. Maybe you have to tear up that card. Maybe you have to delete that app. Maybe you have to take some other steps. For some of us, whatever our plan was, for some of us, we just got to throw it out the window and come up with a whole new plan. For some of us, we just may have to tweak that plan or readjust that plan and just do some tweaking to it. Maybe, it was for your marriage, and your plan was to go to counseling, and that's not working. It may not be that the counseling not working. It may be the counselor. Maybe you just need to find a better counselor. So that's just take some tweaking. You stay with your plan to get counseling. Maybe you just got the wrong person to counsel you, because you got a lot of counselors out there, but not all of them are good. Trust me, I know. Okay. Trust me, I know. Okay. All of them are not good. So some of us, we got to throw out our plan, redo it. For some of us, it just takes us to tweak our plan. And so what I want you all to do is just to reevaluate, see where you are, and check in with your girl and let me know how you are doing. For some of you, you wanted to start your business. Maybe it was to apply for that business loan. Maybe that didn't work out. You may have to tweak that. Maybe you may have to start a GoFundMe account and get other people to fund your business. Maybe you may have to just put it out there to the circle. Maybe they can come up with some ideas for you. Because let me tell you something. Like I said in the beginning of this video, God has a purpose and plan for all of us. The world may run out of resources. God never run out of resources. And if it's your purpose and plan to start a business, trust me, God will open every door and every window for you to do that. You just have to get busy doing it. See, the problem is not with God. A lot of us, the problem is to getting started. We come up with, I want to do, and we ain't doing nothing. Or I wish I would, I wish I could. Wishing will get you nowhere. It takes action. If you want results, you have to put in the work. It has to be action behind those wishes, behind those dreams. And so, again, BW, I want to thank you all for going on this Better Woman, Better Wife journey with me. I try to encourage and inspire all of you, but let me tell you, a lot of you all encourage and inspire me. For those of you, I want to keep encouraging you to post, whether it's a picture, whether it's a poem. Again, and I say this all the time, just like it takes a village to raise a child, it takes a circle of women to get ourselves to the next level. We, instead of being crab crawlers, this circle is all about building, uplifting, and encouraging each other. That's what the circle is about. if you got an encouragement picture, if you look at a picture on your Facebook page and you're like, man, that really inspired me, why not share it with the circle? Or if you in your quarantine time and you're reading a book and you're like, man, that book blessed me, why not share it with the circle? If something blessed you, why not try to be a blessing to somebody else? So you got 400 women in this circle. All of them don't say anything, but they all need encouragement. That's why they in the circle, to be encouraged, to be inspired, to be uplifted. If not, they wouldn't have joined the circle. So why not be a blessing to somebody else? And so whatever you can do, you can get on here and sing a song, post a picture, post a poem, anything that's uplifting and encouraging to help us get to the next level, because we're all going through. Either you've been through something, you in the middle of something, or you coming out of something. We all need encouragement at the end of the day. No matter where our stance is in life, we need that encouragement. We need each other. And I think that with each other, if we keep leaning on each other, that we can get to where we need to be. We just set out our 2020 goals. In 2021, we're going to go to the next area. And we're going to keep working on each area every year until we get where we need to be. And when we get to where we need to be, it still takes maintaining. The work doesn't stop. Then once you get to where you need to be, you have to maintain it. Just like if you meet your weight loss goals, you have to maintain it. If you get to where you need to be in your marriage, you still need your circle of women. You still need your girls, and we got you. We got you. So let me hear from you in the comments how your journey is going. I know a lot of you like to text me and email me because y'all don't do the whole posting thing. I get it. Just know that I'm blessed. Anytime y'all reach out to me in whatever shape, form, or fashion, I'm blessed, because it lets me know that the circle is still you being a blessing to people. And so I love it. Anytime, even if it's just one person that I can uplift and encouragement, then my job is done. And so I thank you all for being a part of the BW. I can't ever say that enough. I thank you for your support of the circle, for those of you who support the foundation, for those of you who support the store, for all of the support. I'm just amazed at how God continues to move with this little bitty ministry of 400 women. I'm still amazed. And so I just want to say, be blessed, be better. But I want to add today, go reevaluate. And for some of you, after you reevaluate, you may have to tweak, you may have to readjust, you may have to throw out, do what you got to do to get to the next level that you want to be at. And so y'all have a blessed weekend.